Welcome to today's exciting story. Baoji can't reach Xiaolai. It's as if some mysterious force is pulling the strings. He paid Lena and said the court would send a new translator, telling her to stay out. Lena worries the new translator might not be capable. More worried about Abu's death penalty, Baoji helplessly said the outcome is similar. The next day, just as Baoji entered the court, a hand rushed to inform him Baodad fell into water last night and is now unconscious in ICU. After hesitation, Baoji entered the courtroom and requested a postponement as the witness had vanished. Liu Jian joked about the ghost defense. The judge accepted, asked for arguments, when Lena barged in. She claimed the witness existed, but the judge rejected it and ordered debate. Liu Jian asked just 3 questions. Who killed? Why? How punished? The first 2 had solid evidence. He requested the death penalty. The judge asked Baoji for more and he was silent for a moment. He stood up slowly and said that being born in an 8-foot gate made him feel very unlucky, especially working at the fish pool. Those who end up on the chopping block are not always fish. After all, working overtime and dealing with abuse every day is a real case. Studying served as his lifeline in avoiding the defendant's bench, particularly since the official announcement of the second instance verdict in the coastal homicide case was made today. Death penalty stands, as the judge reasoned that the defendant committed the gravest of crimes and must face death. Since escape is impossible, we must accord the utmost respect to the justice system. In the recent days, a hand has been thoroughly investigating Baodad's situation. He discovered that on the night of the incident, Baodad had indeed seen someone at the alleyway. Following this lead, he found out that Ming had recently bought a ton of suspicious stuff, a suitcase, bleach, and rope, and promptly shared this with Baoji. Baoji believed they shouldn't suspect Ming, having grown up together. A hand replied, since Baoji took over coastal homicide, Baodad is worried. Baoji told him to stop meddling before he finished. A hand continued, saying Prosecutor Liu had visited to ask about Baodad's fall. Baoji didn't want to discuss it further. He returned to the court to pack his things and submitted his retirement application. His leader hoped he would stay for another year, because they need a good service record. However, that document wasn't the main concern for him. He caught the hint in his leader's words they wanted to keep him in the court, so he wouldn't stumble back into the coastal homicide third trial. Leaving the court, Baoji went to the nearby prosecutor's office to ask Old Liu about investigating Baodad. Old Liu replied. Liu suspected Baodad saw something on the night of the incident, involving Meng. He suggested teaming up with Baoji to investigate. To bring down the boss of Chinfeng Yuyu, Baoji replied, the ones getting caught are the army people, and the ones facing death are migrant workers. Instead, the traitor is him, the big boss Liu, especially since he's already submitted his retirement application, and the coastal case has nothing to do. Meanwhile, a hand called Ming to the police station and pulled out a photo, claiming he had found Xiaolai's shared rental. There were witnesses to confirm that Ming was the last person to see Xiaolai before he disappeared. And Ming wasn't a fool either. He realized a hand was trying to trick him. If there were real witnesses, it wouldn't be the regular cops looking for him, it should be the real detectives. The door swung open, and Ling Yan mentioned that Hanji sent him. A hand held back his anger, hoping Ming would spill the beans. But Ming felt helpless too. After all, he came from a well-off family. On the other side, Xiaoping told his father that he wanted to take on the coastal homicide case, and Ping Dad thought his son had lost his mind. Xiaoping declared emphatically that he hadn't lost his mind, stating clearly that fair judgments exist for the purpose of serving the defendants. However, if the judicial system begins to cater to those in high positions, the loss of public trust will undoubtedly occur, only a matter of time. Ping Dad rarely got angry, and after separating from his son, he sought out an old classmate to take over the coastal homicide. However, court cases are assigned randomly, and it ended up in the hands of one of his juniors. Ping Dad quickly organized a mahjong gathering, hoping that his junior wouldn't decide on a public trial. He'd handle the higher-ups once the third trial wrapped up. Yurong found Lena and candidly admitted that she had leaked the gossip. Instead of getting mad, Lena comforted her. Meanwhile, Baoji approached Chen Lingqiu, hoping she could postpone the execution, giving him a bit more time to gather evidence. He aimed for a retrial of the coastal homicide, and Chen Lingqiu readily agreed, as she had the same intention herself. That night, Audition approached Chen Lingyu, urging her to sign the execution order quickly as public sentiment was on the verge of exploding. Chen Lingyu remarked that it wasn't just up to her, it needed to go through a voting process with the Death Penalty Review Committee. Commissioner Action advised his old flame not to purposely delay, as there were countless ways to placate the public. Dismissing the Justice Minister was an option. Meanwhile, Lena translated the first trial recording and made a sudden discovery. Abu claimed 2002 birth, but Tsai Oping said Abu's passport stated 2000, making him 18 at the incident. If Abu was born in 2002, he was underage at the incident, lacking criminal responsibility. She immediately called Baoji. She relayed the clue, and Baoji found Abu was 16 when he went to sea with a fake passport by the agency. The next day, Baoji brought the first trial recording and some documents to Chen Lingyu, stating that there was now a reason to apply for a retrial. Chen Lingyu glanced over the materials and told Baoji not to rush. The public's emotions were already out of control, and action needed to be taken swiftly. On the other end, Lena informed him that the prison asked him to come over, as they were set to execute Abu tonight inside Chen Lingyu's office.